Greene.
And I'm Emma Nasseri.
And we are sophomores from Cair Paravel Latin School, and today we've been performing an excerpt from The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde. So we do enjoy.
Pray, let me introduce myself to you. My name is Cecily Cardew.
Cecily Cardew? What a very sweet name. Something tells me that we are going to be great friends. I like you already more than I can say.
Well, how nice of you to like me so much after we've known each other such a comparatively short time. Pray, sit down.
My first impressions of people are never wrong. I may call you Cecily, may I not?
With pleasure.
And you must always call me Gwendolyn, won't you?
If you wish.
Then that is all quite settled, is it not?
I hope so.
Perhaps this is a favorable opportunity of my mentioning who I am. My father is Lord Bracknell. You have heard of Papa, I suppose?
I don't think so.
Outside the family circle, Papa, I'm proud to say, is entirely unknown. And that is quite as it should be. The home seems to me to be the proper sphere for the man. And once a man begins to neglect his domestic duties, he becomes painfully effeminate. Does he not? I know like that. Makes men so very unattractive. Cecily, Mamma, whose views on education are remarkably strict, has brought me up to be extremely short-sighted as part of her system. So, do you mind my looking at you through my glasses?
Not at all, Gwendolyn. I'm very fond of being looked at.
You are here on a short visit, I suppose.
Oh, no, I live here.
Really? Your mother, no doubt, or some other female relative of advanced years resides here also?
No, I have no mother, nor in fact any relations.
Indeed.
My dear guardian, with the assistance of Miss Prism, has the arduous task of looking after me.
Your guardian?
Yes, I'm Mr. Worthing's ward.
Oh! It is strange he never mentioned to me that he had a ward. How very secretive of him. He grows more interesting hourly. But I'm not sure, however, that the news inspires me with feelings of unmixed delight. I'm very fond of you, Cecily. Well, I have been ever since I met you. But I'm bound to state that now that I know you are Mr. Worthing's ward, I cannot help expressing a wish that you were, well, just a little older than you seem to be. Not quite so alluring in appearance. In fact, I may speak candidly.
Pray do. I think that whenever one has anything unpleasant to say, one should always be quite candid.
Well, to speak with perfect candor, Cecily, I wish you were fully 42. More than I usually claim for your age. Ernest has a strong, upright nature. He is the very soul of truth and honor. This loyalty would be as impossible to him as deception. But even men of the noblest possible moral character are extremely susceptible to the influence of the physical charms of others. Modern, no less ancient history has provided us with many most painful examples of what I refer to. If or not so, indeed, history would be quite unreadable.
I beg your pardon, Gwendolyn, but did you say Ernest?
Yes.
Oh, but it is not Mr. Ernest Worthing who is my guardian. It's his brother, his elder brother.
Ernest never mentioned to me that he had a brother.
Sorry to say that they've not been on good terms for a long time.
Oh, that accounts for it. And now that I think of it, I have never heard a man mention his brother. The subject seems distasteful to most men. Oh, Cecily, you have lifted a load from my mind. I was growing almost anxious. Of course, you're quite sure that it is not Mr. Ernest Worthing who is your guardian?
Oh, quite sure. In fact, I'm going to be his.
I beg your pardon.
Dearest Gwendolyn, there's no reason why I should make a secret of it to you. Our little county newspaper is sure to chronicle the fact next week. But Mr. Ernest Worthing and I are engaged to be married.
My darling Cecily, I'm afraid there must be some slight error. Mr. Ernest Worthing is engaged to me. The announcement will appear in the Morning Post on Saturday at the latest.
I'm afraid you must be under some misconception. Ernest proposed to me exactly 10 minutes ago.
It's certainly very curious, for he asked me to be his wife yesterday afternoon at 5:30. If you'd care to verify the incident, pray, do so. I never travel without my diary. One should always have something sensational to read on the train. So sorry, dear Cecily, if this is any disappointment to you, but I'm afraid I have higher claim.
Oh, it would distress me more than I can tell you, dear Gwendolyn. It cause you any mental or physical anguish, but I feel bound to point out that since Ernest proposed to you, he clearly has changed his mind.
If the poor boy has been entrapped into any foolish promise, I shall consider it my duty to rescue him at once, and with a firm hand.
Whatever unfortunate entanglement my dear boy may have gotten into, I will never reproach him with that after we are married.
You look to me, Miss Cardew, as an entanglement. You're presumptuous. On an occasion of this kind, becomes more than a moral duty to speak one's mind. It becomes a pleasure.
You suggest, Miss Fairfax, that I entrapped Ernest into an engagement? How dare you? This is no time to worry the shell and basket manners. When I see a spade, I call it a spade.
I'm glad to say I have never seen a spade. It is obvious their social spheres have been wildly different. Are there many interesting walks in the vicinity, Miss Cardew?
Oh, yes. A great many. From the top of one of the hills quite close, one can see 5 counties.
5 counties? I don't think I should like that. I hate crowds.
I suppose that's why you live in a town.
Quite a well-kept garden this is, Miss Cardew.
So glad you like it, Miss Fairfax.
I had no idea there were any flowers in the country.
Flowers are as common here, Miss Fairfax, as people are in London.
Personally, I cannot understand how anybody manages to exist in the country. If anybody who is anybody does, the country always bores me to death.
This is what the newspapers call agricultural depression, is it not? I believe the aristocracy are suffering very much from it just at present. It's almost an epidemic amongst them, I've been told. May I offer you some tea, Miss Fairfax?
Oh, thank you. Detestable girl without white tea.
Sugar?
No, thank you. Sugar is not fashionable anymore.
Cake or bread and butter?
Bread and butter, please. Cake is rarely seen at the best of houses nowadays. Yeah. Oh! You filled my tea with lumps of sugar, and though I asked most distinctly for bread and butter, you have given me cake. I am known for the gentleness of my disposition, the extraordinary sweetness of my nature, but I warn you, Miss Cardew, you may have gone too far!
To save my poor, innocent, trusting boy from the machinations of any other girl, there are no lengths to which I would not go.
The moment I saw you, I thought you were... I distrusted you! I felt you were false and deceitful, and I'm never deceived in such matters. My first impressions of people are invariably right. Thank you.